What's going on, Spurs fans? My fellow Spurs Nation, I am the masked SA Spurs Nation 87. So, I know I'm late. I have a bit of a trouble with my camera here. But you know what? I'm here, like I said I was going to be, talking Spurs basketball with you guys. Oh, and by the way, before I get into how the Spurs beat the Mavericks, the ring ceremony and the banner being revealed was just beautiful. It's beautiful. I swear, after watching that, it just brought a tear to my eye. I mean, it was an emotional day. It was an emotional opening night, especially for me. And I'll be honest, it was an emotional night because the Spurs got their ring. So you haters, you see this? Screw you. By the way, this is the Spurs with their first NBA championship for '99. And yes, Tim Duncan, right around there. But anyway, I didn't get to go to the game, but I still watched it. It never stopped me from watching the game. That ring ceremony and that championship banner being revealed, I mean, it was an emotional night. I mean, 7 years. It may have taken the Spurs to get back to where they were, but they did it back to back. They should have been champs last year. But all that's already in the past. Because now, the Spurs are your NBA champions of 2014. They are. And again, and you know what? That is my new banner. That's my new championship banner right there. And also, to all you Heat fans looking at this, if there's any Heat fans left, we beat your sorry ass team so bad. LeBron went back to Cleveland, and what happened? The game tonight, I didn't watch it, but the Cavaliers lost, as I knew they would have lost. They lost against not only the Knicks, but Carmelo Anthony. I really thought the Cavs would have put up a better fight. It didn't happen. And by the way, you see these titles? They all represent the years the Spurs won their titles. They don't say it. The 99, 03, 05, 2007, 2014, and I'm saving room for 2015. And yes, the other night, let's get to the opening night. It was an emotional night. It brought tears to my eyes. Like I said, 7 years it took our Spurs to win the NBA championship, and that's a team, a real team that struggled, a real team that's trying to build on making a championship team. Like I said, everyone's back. And how the Spurs beat the Mavs the other opening night was unbelievable. And I guess I always say unbelievable or unfreaking believable because that's my phrase, that's my catchphrase, or pretty much my phrase when I say anything about Kawhi Leonard dunking on someone, or somebody scored so many points, somebody on Spurs scored so many points, sorry, I can't really talk right now, but a Spurs player scoring so many points, that is my phrase, unfreaking believable or unbelievable. But anyway, the Mavericks have 7 new players, 7 new players on that team. Tyson Chandler and Chandler Parsons are one of those. But how sad is this? Very sad, especially Richard Jefferson. How sad is this that 7 new players that this Mavs team has, 7 players, brand new. The Spurs didn't have our MVP Kawhi Leonard, our NBA champion, and our two other NBA champions, Thiago Splitter and Patty Mills, and the Spurs still beat the Mavs. And look, it was a sloppy game by the Spurs. Ginobili was pretty much the one. It wasn't just him. It was pretty much the whole team. Jacking up shots, turning over the ball, they were taking bad shots. Ginobili was the one pissing me off the most. But you know what? He came through for us when it really mattered the most in that fourth quarter, draining 2 3-pointers in that fourth quarter. And it's not only that, especially Parker, who hit 4 out of 4 3-pointers. And man, he nailed all 4 of his 3-pointers. And Duncan, and by the way, our guys, our 5 guys that were in double figures, 1 was in double-double. Tony Parker had 23 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Ginobili, who was a big factor in this game, 20 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. Tim Duncan, our greatest power forward ever, and man, what a night for our Spurs legend, Tim Duncan himself, to get his 5th ring. Just emotional. 14 points, 13 rebounds, a double-double for him. 2 blocks and a steal. Marco Bellinelli, like I said, this dude has been phenomenal. He's been unbelievable. Again, my catchphrase. I mean, he nailed a couple of threes. He was putting up good shots. 15 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, and a steal. Danny Green pulled through for the Spurs. 13 points, 4 rebounds, and a steal. You know, there's a lot of people saying that the Spurs aren't going to do good this year. But you know what? Even with only the guys that we had, the Spurs still won. They still managed to beat the Mavericks. And you know what? The Spurs are 5-0 when playing on ring ceremony night, when they open up. And overall, against the Mavericks for the past 2 going on 3rd season, the Spurs are 9-0 against the Mavericks for the past 2 years in the NBA in the regular season. So the Spurs prevail in a very close game. I mean, like I said, they were up by so much, by at most 10, 12, and then the lead will go back down. And the Mavs will catch up, because with the fouling and the turnover. And you know, the one thing that just really pisses me off the most is you got Dirk Nowitzki and Tyson Chandler getting pissed off and bitching like little girls. I mean, seriously, you know you fouled someone, the rest wouldn't just call a whistle on you for nothing. You either because you fouled our players, or because you know you did something wrong and you just don't want to man up to it. And those are the 2 guys I can't stand. Those are one of the 2 guys from the Mavericks I can't stand at all. But you know what? It's alright. Because even with all the shit y'all tried pulling up that from opening night, the Spurs still got the win. They got their championship ring. And they're 9-0 against you little pony-ass bitches. And don't forget, the Spurs still run Texas. Don't ever forget that. 5 is greater than 2 from the Rockets, and even 1 from the Mavericks. We still run Texas, and we're gonna keep on running Texas. And an injury update: Kawhi Leonard comes back against the Phoenix Suns tomorrow night. on Halloween night. Kawhi Leonard returns. The NBA champion, the NBA Finals MVP, LeBron James' shadow returns tomorrow night. I don't know if I'll be able to get on tomorrow because I have a busy life, as you know. So I will see you guys the next day. I'll see you this Saturday after the Spurs. Or better yet, when the next game comes, I'll probably make a video. So we'll see y'all guys after a while. And until then, way to go to our Spurs, 5-0 against Dallas on ring ceremony night, and 9-0 against the Dallas Mavericks. Until then, guys, go Spurs, go!